Welcome everyone to the English Flow podcast. I'm Chris, the guy who once said, I'm interesting when I meant to say, I'm interested. Yeah, that kind of mistake.
And I'm Jerry, your calm coach who probably corrected Chris 1,000 times already.
You see, that's exactly why today's topic is perfect. Mistakes that make you fluent faster.
Oh, yes. Today we're talking about the thing most English learners fear, but shouldn't.
Exactly. Most people try to sound perfect, like robots. But guess what? Robots don't learn English. Humans do.
And humans make mistakes. A lot of them. But the magic is those mistakes are not bad. They're like secret keys that open your English brain.
That's right. So if you've ever said something wrong in English and felt embarrassed, relax. You're not failing. You're growing.
I love that. You're not failing, you're growing. That should be on a t-shirt.
All right, that too. Grammar mistakes made me fluent.
Please don't do that.
Okay, let's dive in. You know, one of the biggest reasons people stopped improving their English is fear of mistakes.
Oh yeah, they think if I make a mistake, people will laugh at me. But actually, when you make mistakes and then correct them, your brain creates stronger memory connections.
Like muscle memory, but for English.
Exactly. Think of it like going to the gym. Every mistake is a little rep. You fail, you lift again, and you get stronger.
Oh, I love that. So if you say, I goed instead of I went, that's like doing a push-up for your grammar muscles.
Right! You might not look cool while doing it, but you're training.
And soon, your English skills, will show.
So today, we're going to show you how mistakes actually make you fluent faster. And we'll even share our own embarrassing stories.
Oh no, you mean that story from my first trip to London?
Yes, that one. The chicken situation.
Oh man, okay, let's go there. So, picture this. I'm in a small restaurant in London, right? I want to say, can I have a piece of chicken? But I accidentally say, can I have a kiss of chicken?
A kiss of chicken?
The waiter just froze, like, excuse me? And I repeated it. Yes, please, one kiss of chicken.
That's cold.
I was so embarrassed. But guess what? I never, ever confused peace and kiss again. That mistake burned into my brain forever.
That's the thing. When mistakes make you laugh or cringe, you never forget them. That's how learning becomes natural.
Exactly. So if you're listening right now and you've made silly mistakes, good job. You're doing it right.
You know what, Chris? This reminds me of what scientists call error-based learning.
That sounds fancy. What's that about?
Basically, your brain grows stronger connections when you fix something yourself. Like when you realize, oops, I said it wrong, and then you correct it. That self-correction is powerful.
So when learners say, oh no, I made a mistake, they should actually say, oh yes, my brain just leveled up.
Exactly. Every mistake is like an XP point in the English learning game.
I love that metaphor. Level up your English with errors.
You know what's funny? Some learners think native speakers never make mistakes.
Oh, we totally do. We just make different ones.
Yeah. Even native speakers forget words, mix up tenses, or say things like, I done it.
Oh, or when people say irregardless. That's not even a word.
True. So if natives can be wrong and still fluent, you don't need to be perfect to speak confidently.
Right. The goal isn't perfection, it's communication.
Exactly. Making mistakes while communicating is still communication.
Say that again for the people in the back.
Making mistakes while communicating is still communication.
Boom! Quote of the day.
So, dear listeners, the next time you speak English and get something wrong, don't stop. Don't apologize. Just keep going.
Because every time you try, you get closer to fluency.
And that's what English Flow is all about. Helping you flow with your English, not freeze with fear.
Smile, flow, don't freeze. We should trademark that.
Okay, before we continue, let's sum up this first part.
Mistakes are not failures, they're lessons. Your brain remembers mistakes better than perfection. Even native speakers mess up. And most importantly, speak anyway.
Beautiful. All right, we'll continue in the next part with how to turn your mistakes into powerful learning tools. And maybe I'll confess one more embarrassing story.
Oh, I can't wait for that. Stay tuned, English learners, because the next part gets even better. All right, we're back. So in part 1, we talked about how mistakes are your best teachers. Now it's time to go deeper. How can you actually use your mistakes to learn English faster?
That's the big question, right? Because everyone makes mistakes, but not everyone learns from them.
Exactly. Some people make the same mistakes again and again, like me, when I used to say, I am boring instead of I am bored.
Yeah, Chris once introduced himself like, "Hi, I'm Chris, I'm boring." That was an unforgettable moment.
Hey, at least people remembered me.
True, true. But that's the perfect example. You didn't just forget that mistake, you learned from it, and now you use it to teach others.
Yeah. So here's our first golden rule, English Flow listeners. Notice your mistakes. Don't ignore them.
That's right. When you notice a mistake, you turn something embarrassing into something useful.
It's like when you trip while walking. Instead of pretending nothing happened, you check what caused it. Maybe there was a rock. Next time, you step over it.
Exactly. If you keep ignoring your mistakes, you'll keep tripping over the same English rocks.
English rocks. That sounds like a new band name.
Maybe we'll start one. But seriously, the first step to fluency through mistakes is awareness.
Totally. So, here's a simple system that really helps. When you notice a mistake, say it out loud, then say the correct version.
Oh, yeah, like, I go to school. Wait, I went to school.
Boom! That's a correction in real time. It's short, it's powerful, and your brain immediately saves the right version.
You know, research shows that self-correcting within 5 seconds makes the memory almost twice as strong.
Wow, that's amazing. So don't wait for your teacher to fix you. Fix yourself as soon as you realize it.
And that's why speaking is so important. When you speak, you create chances to hear your mistakes.
Exactly. You can't correct silence.
I love that. You can't correct silence.
So listeners, speak English out loud, even if you're talking to your dog, your mirror, or your phone.
Or to us, we're your podcast buddies.
Yeah. Imagine us sitting next to you, cheering, yes, make that mistake.
That sounds weird, but true.
Now, let's talk about how to learn from different types of mistakes.
Oh, yes, because not all mistakes are the same.
Right, we have pronunciation mistakes, grammar mistakes, vocabulary mistakes, and confidence mistakes.
Confidence mistakes. I like that one. Let's start with that.
Okay, so a confidence mistake happens when you actually know the right word or grammar, but fear makes you freeze.
Like when someone asks you, "How are you?" and you panic and say, "Yes."
Oh man, classic. You knew what to say, but your brain just said, no time, panic mode.
The fix for that kind of mistake is simple. Practice under pressure.
Yep. Record yourself speaking fast. Or talk to a friend for 1 minute without stopping, even if you make 100 mistakes.
Exactly. The goal isn't perfect grammar, it's comfort under pressure.
Right. You train your mouth and brain to stay relaxed even when you're nervous.
Okay, next, pronunciation mistakes. These are fun.
Oh, my favorite. Like the time I said beach, but it didn't sound like beach.
Oh no, let's keep it family friendly.
I know, but pronunciation mistakes are powerful teachers. When you mispronounce something and notice it, you'll never forget the right sound again.
True. Here's a trick. Record your voice saying the same sentence 3 times, then listen and compare it to a native speaker's version.
That's a game changer. I used to hate hearing my voice, but it helped me sound natural.
Everyone hates their own voice at first, but when you hear your mistakes, you start hearing improvement too.
Okay, next, grammar mistakes. Everyone makes them.
Yeah, and they can actually speed up your learning.
How so?
Because grammar is like math. When you see your mistake, your brain searches for the pattern. That moment of realization makes the rule stick.
Oh, yeah, that aha moment. Like, oh, I should say I have been instead of I am been.
Exactly. That small aha is your fluency growing in real time.
So mistakes are like grammar fuel. You burn them and your fluency engine runs smoother.
Nice metaphor, man.
Thanks. Okay, last one. Vocabulary mistakes.
Ah, yes, the funny ones.
Like calling dessert a desert. One little S and suddenly your sweet cake turns into sand.
True story. I once told someone, I love eating dessert after lunch. They looked at me like, you eat sand?
But again, after that, you never forgot the difference, right?
Never, because funny mistakes create strong memories.
That's why we always say laugh at your mistakes. They're your best teachers.
Exactly. Don't be angry at them, appreciate them.
So, let's give our listeners 3 quick tips to actively learn from mistakes.
Tip 1, write them down. Keep a mistake journal.
Oh, yes, I love that. Every time you notice a mistake, write it, then write the correction.
Tip 2, review your mistakes weekly. It's like a personal progress report.
And tip 3, make them fun. Turn your mistakes into a joke or a story. That way, you'll remember them with a smile.
You know what? We should call it the mistake party method.
Yes, bring your mistakes, we'll bring the laughs.
Smiling. So, English learners, remember the only bad mistake is the one you never learn from.
Absolutely. Every oops moment is a step closer to fluent English.
All right, that wraps up part 2. Next, we'll talk about how to turn your mistakes into real speaking confidence, the mindset shift that changes everything.
Oh, yeah. The psychology of fluency. That's where things get deep and funny.
Stay with us, friends. You're listening to the English Flow podcast, where we turn mistakes into magic.
All right, we're back again. You're still with Chris and Jerry here on the English Flow podcast.
Today's journey has been amazing so far. We've laughed at our mistakes, learned from them, and now it's time to talk about how to turn them into confidence.
Yes, because what's the point of learning from mistakes if you still feel afraid to speak, right?
Exactly. And confidence doesn't just magically appear one day. It grows from your experiences, especially the messy ones.
Totally. You can't build confidence by hiding from mistakes. You build it by surviving them.
That's deep. I like that. You build confidence by surviving mistakes.
It's true. Think about it. When you make a mistake and you realize, hey, I didn't die. Nobody laughed. I can still speak. Your fear starts to fade.
Absolutely. You start to understand that mistakes don't define your ability. They prove your progress.
You know what? I used to be terrified of speaking Spanish. I once said, estoy embarazado, thinking it meant I'm embarrassed, but it actually means I'm pregnant.
Oh, no, that's a classic one.
I wanted to disappear, but after that, speaking Spanish felt easier because I had already survived the most embarrassing mistake ever.
That's the secret. Once you make a big mistake, smaller ones don't scare you anymore.
Yeah, it's like building mistake immunity.
I love that, mistake immunity. The more you speak, the less fear controls you.
Exactly. It's like building antibodies against embarrassment.
You're turning learning English into a science experiment.
Hey, whatever works. So let's break this down for our listeners. Confidence comes from exposure. The more you speak, the more mistakes you make, and the more fearless you become.
Right. But there's another key part, your attitude toward mistakes.
Yes, if you see them as proof that you're improving, you'll start to welcome them.
Imagine if every time you made a mistake, instead of saying, oh, I'm so bad, you said, yes, that's another step forward.
That's powerful. Changing the way you talk to yourself can change the way you speak to others.
Exactly. Because confidence isn't about speaking perfectly. It's about feeling okay when you don't.
Boom, that's gold right there.
You know, Chris, a lot of learners feel like they're not ready to speak until they know more English.
Oh, yeah, I hear that all the time. I'll start speaking when I'm fluent. That's like saying I'll start swimming when I can swim.
Exactly. The only way to get fluent is to speak.
Yep, you have to jump into the water. You'll splash, you'll choke, you'll laugh, but soon you'll swim.
And the more you swim, the more confident you feel.
You know, one of my favorite tricks for confidence is celebrating tiny wins.
Oh, yes, I love that. Tell them about it.
Okay, every time you speak English in real life, even for 10 seconds, celebrate it. Say, nice, I just spoke English today.
Exactly, because confidence is built through repetition and reward.
Your brain needs that feel-good signal.
So listeners, instead of saying, I only spoke for 1 minute, say, I spoke for 1 minute and I did great.
Yes, you gotta hype yourself up. Be your own English coach.
Be your own fan. You know, Chris, I've noticed something interesting. The most confident English speakers I've met are not the most perfect ones.
That's true. They're just the ones who don't care about mistakes.
Exactly. They care more about connection than correction.
That's such a good line. Connection over correction.
Boom, that's a motto right there.
Because language is about communicating ideas, not showing off grammar.
Yeah, if people understand you, you're already winning.
And if they smile, laugh, or reply, even better. That's success.
Exactly. Communication success greater than grammar perfection.
Let's give our listeners a small exercise for building speaking confidence.
Ooh, yes, I love this.
Okay, here it is. Every day, record yourself speaking for 1 minute about any topic.
Don't write it down, just speak naturally, even if it's messy.
Then listen to it once. You'll probably notice mistakes, but don't judge yourself.
Then record again, fixing just 1 or 2 small things.
Boom, that's it. Daily 1-minute mistake practice.
That's how you grow confidence. You face your mistakes, fix a few, and move on.
And over time, you realize, hey, my voice sounds stronger, smoother, more natural.
Totally. And you start to feel, hey, I can do this.
That's the real transformation, when English stops being a subject and becomes a skill you own. I like that. English isn't something you study, it's something you live.
Beautifully said, my friend.
Thank you, thank you. I'll take a bow.
Please don't bow. They can't see you.
Oh, yeah, true. Podcast problems.
So, listeners, remember, speak even when you're not ready. Laugh when you make mistakes. Celebrate your small wins. And most importantly, keep going.
Because every word you speak is a brick in your fluency castle.
Nice metaphor, man.
I've been practicing.
All right. In the next part, our final section, we'll talk about how to use mistakes to stay motivated forever.
Yeah, this one's powerful. We'll show you how to make learning feel fun, even on tough days.
Stay tuned, friends. You're listening to the English Flow podcast with Chris and Jerry, where mistakes make magic happen.
And we're back, English Flow family. It's your hosts, Chris and Jerry, still here, still making mistakes, still laughing, and still learning.
That's right. And in this last part, we're talking about something really powerful. How to use your mistakes to stay motivated forever.
Because here's the truth. Motivation comes and goes. One day you're like, I'm going to master English. And the next day you're like, maybe later.
That's right. But when you see mistakes as progress, motivation stops disappearing.
Yeah, mistakes become your proof that you're doing something. If you never make a mistake, it means you're not practicing.
Exactly. Think of it this way. If you go to the gym and never sweat, are you really working out?
Nope. The sweat is the proof. In English, mistakes are your language sweat.
That sounds weird, but it's true. Mistakes mean effort.
And effort means growth.
You know, a lot of learners give up when they hit that frustration phase.
Oh yes, the phase where you understand a lot but still can't express yourself smoothly.
Yup, and that's the moment when you must remember this. Frustration is a sign of improvement.
Boom. You're frustrated because your brain is stretching. You're literally upgrading your mental software.
That's such a cool way to think about it. Fluency 2.0 is installing, please wait.
Exactly. So the next time you feel stuck or tired, remember, it means you're improving.
And here's a trick I tell my students. Keep a motivation list. Every time you overcome a mistake, write it down.
Oh yeah, like I used to say, he go, but now I say, he goes.
Exactly. Seeing that progress builds pride, and pride builds consistency.
Totally. You start realizing, hey, I'm not bad at English. I'm better than before.
That's the magic sentence right there. Better than before.
You don't need to be perfect, just better than yesterday.
And that's how motivation becomes natural. You stop chasing perfection and you start celebrating progress.
You know what else helps? Surrounding yourself with the right energy.
Oh, yes, people who cheer for you, not laugh at you.
That's why podcasts like ours exist, to remind you that learning English should be fun, messy, and full of laughter.
Exactly. If you can laugh at your mistakes, you'll never quit.
Because laughter removes fear. You can't be afraid and laugh at the same time.
So true. And the more joy you bring into your learning, the faster you grow.
That's why every mistake should come with a smile.
A smile and a lesson.
You know, Jerry, I wish learners could see how confident they look when they stop apologizing for their English.
Yeah, it's like their whole personality opens up.
You can feel their energy change. They go from sorry for my English to listen to my story.
That's it. Confidence through imperfection.
So, to every listener out there, if you've ever felt shy, scared, or stuck, remember this moment. Because you're not learning English wrong, you're learning it real.
And real English is always better than perfect English.
Couldn't have said it better.
So let's wrap it up with a few reminders for our English Flow family.
Here we go. 1. Mistakes are proof of progress.
2. Confidence comes from surviving embarrassment.
3. Motivation grows when you celebrate small wins.
4. Laughter keeps learning fun.
And 5. Never compare your Chapter 1 to someone else's Chapter 20.
Beautiful. You don't need to be perfect, just consistent.
Exactly. And that consistency plus curiosity equals fluency.
That's a great formula.
I just invented it.
All right, English Flow family, before we sign off, here's our professional outro.
If today's episode made you smile, laugh, or feel inspired, don't keep it to yourself.
Hit that subscribe button, tap like, and share this episode with your friends who are learning English too.
And remember, every single listen helps our community grow stronger.
We're here to remind you that your English journey is not about perfection. It's about progress, one brave sentence at a time.
Keep practicing, keep laughing, and keep flowing with English.
We'll see you next time on the English Flow podcast.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jerry.
And remember, mistakes make magic.